road is 80. You know, not say it's 80% done. The asphalt is there. You can see that white motor climbing asphalt. Dave Umahi, my guy, professor in practice, Governor Yaloja, Bewolo the rescuer, Akpako, Edo is happy, Edo is happy, Edo is shiny, blood of Zachariah. And this be Edo, Edo no be Lagos, oh. Edo no be Ogun State. Akpako means I say Edo is not Lagos. I beg, now this road they follow go Lagos. Yo.
Akpako Masa. The governor with the enter gutter. Governor with the enter gutter. Edo is shining. It's crazy. Mental, right?
The governor is walking. The enter poto. No mind them. So people no go let their shoes stain. The governor is walking. A man that God has given to Edo people. This is the man that God has given to Edo people. Oh God. Akpako, may you live long for Edo people. Akpako, may you live long for Edo people. Akpako, may you live long for Edo people. Oh God. See what the governor they do. Since I was born, I've never seen this type of governor. Since I was born, I've never seen this type of governor. A man that is working the biggest hospital in a salon. Oh God. Akpako. Oh. Akpako. 10 months in office. See what things they do. What people know we do for 8 years. The governor is working.
Our situation with that too. The governor is working. Akpako Masa. Governor with the enter gutter. Governor with the enter poto. Ha! Since I was born, I've never seen this kind of governor before. Oh my God. No mind them. No mind them. Akpako Masa. Grown-up men, oh. They are called hype men. Behind the clowns.
Governor Dapo Abiodun, our president has given us the authority, the power to ask you what the governors are doing with our money, with your allocation. Sir, tell us what you are doing with the Ogun State allocation. No road is motorable in Ogun State. This is Itele, Lafenwa, Ayobo Axis Road. This road is so bad. This road is so terrible. The moment we see rain coming, we have to go and look for where to park our cars because this road is not motorable. I repair my car weekly, on a weekly basis. If it is not hand, it is leg. Sir, should I move my tax back to Lagos State where things are working, where I see value for my money? Sir, tell us what you are doing with the Ogun State allocation. There is no single road that is motorable that you will drive 10 minutes drive straight without you entering one pothole or the other. You will be coming from Lagos State, driving smoothly. The moment you are looking at Ogun State, Inuema Bajeni. Sir, you can do better. Sir, you need to do better with your allocation. This road is terrible. This is a major road, a big road that leads to a...
Things are getting better for Nigeria. Things are getting better. For Asiwaju is on the throne. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Mr. President, things are getting better. Hey, I said, things are getting better for Nigeria. For Nigeria is on the way. Progressive government. Things are getting better. Asiwaju, congratulations.
Things are getting better for Nigeria. Things are getting better. For Asiwaju is on the throne. Things are getting better. Oh, I can't shake that voice. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. like Nigeria, like Cameroon. Biya, the 92-year-old president of life president of Cameroon, a man born in 1933, turned 90 in 2023. He is now 92, going for the 8th term as the president of Cameroon. Cameroon. So they went for another vote yesterday, Sunday. And this is a man that has stopped visiting Cameroon. He lives in France. There was a time he was said to be living in Brussels, right? But now I think he lives in Paris. They had to use the caricature of his image. You get that now, like blown balloon of his image and that of his wife as a campaign attendance for army of his. He never appeared his own campaign. He's too weak. I don't even know if he still talks to them anymore. But yeah, he said his lifetime dream is to die in office. He's been in power for 43 years or thereabouts. Since 1980, he's been in power. So Biya is now being projected to victory, to be declared winner of another 8-year presidential term, which after it means Biya will be 100 by the end of his new term. But how did he do it? Very simple. Make them poor, exploit it, terrorize those who disagree, and ensure that others are also sent to exile, while your own loyalists, those who are well paid in the tragedy of the people, right? They are well paid, continue to run the show. Like Nigeria, like Cameroon. Biya's message to them from France was this.
Je ne sais pas ce que je dois faire. Je vais te dire au président.
Vous avez compris, non? 14 ans là-bas.
Vous êtes à tenue. Hein? Si vous êtes à tenue.
Dakar avec des présidents de l'île.
Si vous êtes à tenue. Parce que si vous n'avez pas porté la vous êtes à combien?
T-shirt. Bon, demain à 14h, Soleil. Président celui de Soleil.
Aziz.
Prends le pico. On est parti. Dans la maison. Le matin, tu me vois. C'est bien. Pico, il a le pico. Laisse-le sortir.
Wilfried! Merci, président. Merci, président. Je ne sais pas ce que je dois faire.
Did you see that, right? So they were being given bar of soap, vegetable oil, and money, and a branded t-shirt, and there's something unique about that room, by the way, right? I don't know if you observed it, but I did. I'll tell you. When you look at the people inside that room, their ages wouldn't be beyond maybe from 30 to, let's say, maybe 60. There's a chance that half of those in that room were not even born when Biya took power in Cameroon in the 80s. Or they were very young when he took power. And look at all of them. In their life, this is the only president or government they've ever known. And the history they are taught in their schools, I believe, will be about those who tried to stop Biya in the last 40 years. And how Biya managed, right, to defeat all his enemies, because Biya's enemies are now going to be Cameroon's enemies. The way they are doing in Nigeria, where they are going to make you believe that if you get on these rogues, these demagogues, right, it is an attack on the country. It means you hate the country when you talk about these rogues. So this is the life they have known. So you as somebody from Nigeria or outside that space, sometimes you feel like, how is that even possible? Because it's not possible in Nigeria. Yeah, but it is already kind of like established in Nigeria. You get what I mean? It is the system. Biya put together a system that sustains him and himself in power. In Nigeria, that's the only thing your own rogues in that place have not been able to do successfully. But putting a system that protects the criminals when they are in power and even when they are out of it, that seems like an unwritten code that the moment you become the president of Nigeria, no matter any evil you did, you are completely immune from any prosecution. No matter how worse you made the country, you will still be called an elder statesman. That is kind of like unwritten criminal code in the country. So the same system that says, okay, those who are supposed to get rid of Biya, since their interest has been protected or somehow like covered, Biya can remain there forever because they wouldn't want anyone to come around and change all of that. Same way, those who are ruining Nigeria put together a system that will continue to produce criminals. Do you get what I mean? Unpatriotic criminals will be accessing power because the system they put in place will always make sure of that. Anyone with other plan different from what the establishment have put in place is going to be tagged enemy of the establishment. And the establishment is not limited to one party or ruling party. And it's not even limited to just politicians. The establishment will turn against you because that thing you are trying to do to replace the existing system simply means you are going to displace all of them from what they have become part and parcel of. Something that if you try to change it, you've probably killed them. So they will fight you back. They will use the church. They will use the mosque. They will use the civil society groups. They will use the students. They will use civil servant. They will use everybody. And you'll be wondering, like, why are they all against what I'm trying to do? Why do they hate me? Are they happy with this current system? They will tell you that, yeah, it's not perfect. But what you are proposing is very wrong. It's not possible in Nigeria because they are part of the establishment. So that makes it's like a hydra-headed snake. You get what I mean now? That's what the establishment is. If you grab the neck of this one, and you think that's it, grab the neck of the political class, or I've grabbed the neck of the religious class, or we've grabbed the neck of this or that, you just realize that another, like 15 other heirs will just come out there. They are ready to bite and kill you until you lose the grip of the one you think you are holding. Establishment. That is what sustained Biya in Cameroon. And the establishment also includes the military, the police, whose normal sworn oath is that they will defend the territorial integrity of the country, they will protect the interest of the country, defend the constitution. But there is no constitution they are defending. Their agenda is to protect the power from you. And that is why you get to see that despite the fact that these military or policemen are also living in the country, they are experiencing the same thing like you, but they are still willing to take the order to shoot you when you decided to revolt and demand for something better. Because they may pretend to say they are defending the country. No, they are protecting the rich, protecting the political class, protecting the establishment entirely and their investment. the pot of soup, the cookie jar, which is the country's resources. The country's resources is the cookie jar they are protecting, period. So if you want to face them, you first need to identify all of this and not get so too surprised how the external factors are also influencing things in your country. For example, France. France was all out with, the United States and others. They were all out for the heads of Burkina Faso's military or revolutionary leader, Ibrahim Traore, right? Tiani also of Niger Republic, and the other one in Mali. They were saying they have to go back to democracy. Democracy is the democracy is the best. But they are okay with Paul Biya in Cameroon. What kind of a democracy is that? So I think in the southern part of Cameroon, they've had enough. They know that they will announce him anyway, right? And then they will start clamping down on those opposition. They will call them enemies who are planning to destroy the country, while Paul Biya continue to live in his old people's home in France.
Lare yitedo mi fu mi assister à Selman mi fidi fou mi fidi sojen fou. Je suis l'un de ceux qui ont bagarré pour le président Issa Chiroma. Voyez, nous on veut un changement. Nous voulons un changement. Chiroma est notre président pour définitif. Nous avons brûlé la voiture de la gendarmerie nationale. Oui, Issa Chiroma est notre président, je vous dis. Voyez, ils nous ont fui. Ils ont envoyé beaucoup de balles, 6 balles contre nous. Et voilà que nous avons vaincu, ils ont fui. Je vous l'ai dit, nous sommes les participants pour le changement ici à Garoua, à Nassaro, dans le bureau de vote. Il n'y a pas eu de bulletin de M. Issa Chiroma à Nassarawo. Au quartier Nassarawo à Garoua, il n'y a pas eu de bulletin de Issa Chiroma dans un bureau de vote. Voyez-vous, c'est normal. On veut un changement, Ils ne peuvent rien nous faire.
Most of the time, he will even disqualify his own opposition at the very 11th hour of the election sometimes, and he gets away with all of this. And I think the West is quite comfortable with that, So, for the young Cameroonians who have never really known any other government, any other leadership since they were born. So you probably don't, that's why, you have to see that most of the Cameroonians who are outside the Cameroon are mostly the very much outspoken ones against what is going on in Cameroon. Okay. So hoping that the Cameroonians, the Cameroon's Gen Z will eventually act up. Well, Cameroon is like Nigeria. Do you get that now? So Cameroon is like the north and the south. So Biya and his own crew, they are like the military junta from the north who seized power, right? And then the south believes that they have been treated so badly, and south, where their resources seems to be much domiciled, right? They want out, like you have it in Nigeria. Let's just break it. Let's break apart and kind of like that. So the oppression there, the political oppression there is beyond just politics. It is also very much ethnical, as much as it is religious too. And that is why you get to see the same experience of Boko Haram. We are suffering in that contraption. They are suffering it as well in Cameroon. So they have no even chance of changing the leadership. They won't let them, because there is no sanction against Biya. It's fine. For God knows what is given to them to have such hand done for that long. A sick old man that would rather die in power and allow his country to possibly go up in smoke if it has to, for him to remain in power. But for how long, we don't know. Okay? But for Nigeria, that is our own concern, the story is similar. You have a gremlin, a goblin, who is now your president that is releasing terrorists, releasing drug dealers, human traffickers, gun runners, right? And then traveled straight to Rome to go and discuss counter-terrorism meeting